Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Psychic Talk Radio with Reverend Adam, your source for spiritual insight and messages.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to everyone. We are trying to get the show back on the road here. It's been a while. We have some wonderful announcements for you guys. So we're back. This is Adamis, and today we want to wish out there a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. As we know, we have all been struggling and going through this world issue right now, this pandemic situation, and it's been tough on everyone with social distancing and trying to accomplish what we have to. It's affected all areas of our lives, and it's been a bit of a chaotic time. But we wish you all happy holidays during this time. This is the time where the light begins to return into the world, and we begin to see our hope once more coming to fruition. Once more, you're listening to Psychic Talk Radio, and this is your host, Reverend Adam. We're going to be taking callers today with questions, a single question upon any topic in their life. And if you would like to call in today, the call-in number for guests is 323-642-1694. Once more, if you would like to call in and get your question answered, the number is 323-642-1694. And you can call in, and usually you'd have to push the number 1 if you want to raise your hand in the queue and have your question answered. So we've been out of commission on the show for a little while now. We've been able to maintain our spot for the show, but we haven't been able to do the show. The great news is that the reason for this, we've been working on opening up a spiritual holistic healing center and metaphysical store in Woodstock, Georgia. We have now accomplished that. It is known as Mantra HHC. That is Mantra HHC in Woodstock, Georgia. So, woohoo! We have our store now, and we should be able to get these shows on a regular basis now. We've had to change the time slot. I hope everyone can hear me okay today. The last few shows we tried to do, we've had some technical issues with getting the recording to work so we can have the mic operational and everything for people. We are live, and we're going to begin taking our callers now. We will be having a new format in how we take our callers, but for the time being, we are going to proceed forward as normal. Our next caller today, or our first caller today, not next one, I'm so used to saying that, guys. First caller today is area code 111 and begins with 111. Hello, caller. You are being brought on air, and you are now live and on air. How can I help you today, and can you hear me okay?
Hi, Reverend Adam. Thank you. I can hear you great. Very deep voice. No technical error. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
And I asked permission because I know your style on this. And I want to thank you. To make story short, and I know you got a lot of excellent people who want to dying to talk to you in a good way. Just follow up.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have a pen and paper? Because I need you to have my new phone number.
Okay. Go for it.
The new phone number is 678 791 8875. Okay. Why don't you text me that? Text me that it's you on that number, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I've switched my phone numbers around. We've had a lot going on, so it's been a little bit chaotic, but we're back in action.
Reverend Adam, real quickly.
Yes.
Real quickly, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Marvelous. So I had a strange feeling, really hard for me with the situation with the R. Something you told me last year. Could you just verify, please? That's all. Thank you. It was so strong.
Yeah.
It was like my organ was turning in the stomach.
Okay. Yeah, I see that there's still a few issues in the background, but we are making a lot of progress. Okay. So right now, remember that truth, balance, and justice is all going out. Give me a text and we'll talk privately as well.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Thank you for your show. Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. It's always wonderful to have repeat customers and clients and even family show up on the show. It's always welcome. For those of you out there that would like to call in and have your question answered, the call-in number is 323-642-1694. Okay? So if you'd like to, you can call that number, and usually you have to push like the number 1 on the phone once you've called in. So we know that your hand is raised in the queue and you would like to be taken on air and have your question answered. We are back in action. We are in the mix now, trying to get the show back on the road. Our time slot may be changing. I know we're doing one here a little bit earlier in the day than we normally do. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what's going on spiritually right now. Even though we are in very tough times and we have this epidemic situation going on, the world is in a crisis, and we are beginning to wake up because of it. This is a main, huge wake-up call for the world right now, and for all of those that are lost in the world and not following the spiritual path. This is a wake-up call for people to open their eyes, to really focus on what have we allowed ourselves to become. What have we allowed ourselves not only to become, but how have we allowed ourselves to detach from that community, that sense of well-being and mindfulness and thoughts of others? How have we allowed ourselves to become so asleep in our own consciousness? And this is a time for us to wake up, to be more careful, to really focus on our environment and how we affect our environment and those around us, because everything affects us and everything affects everyone else. But this is a time where the veil has been the thinnest I've ever seen it in my entire career in this lifetime. And I feel with that veil, usually it gets stronger and more thicker and, becomes more like the veil it usually is after Halloween. Now, mind you, we're not in Halloween. We are in holiday time for Yule and Christmas and Hanukkah and everything else. But the veil, ever since past Halloween, has not fully closed. And more energy is coming through that veil to the physical world. And some is great and others are not so positive. Remember, it is our collective physical consciousness that creates our reality just as much as our individual consciousness. And our thoughts become our reality. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to today's show. Once more, if you'd like to call in and have your question answered by myself here at Mantra HHC, you can call the number 323-642-1694. And usually you want to push the number 1 on that touch tone phone so we know you're in the queue and would like your question answered. We're going to take a brief break here, and we'll be right back with you.
Don't be spellbound, my friend. Centuries of wisdom assure me you are ready to take the next step and visit merlinstaff.com. Are you interested in knowing your future? Do you want to know your destiny? Or do you feel cursed? For this wizard can show you the path ahead and unleash the unrivaled magnitude of magic. Visit merlinstaff.com for all of your key ingredients like blessed candles, charms, dream catchers, magical items, sacred incense, and much more from our online enchanted market. merlinstaff.com.
Okay, and we are back. It doesn't look like we have any further callers for today's show, and we are doing our first show in quite a while, so we're going to go ahead and end the show here, but we want to wish you all love, light, and blessed be during this time. Have a good night, everyone. Bye. Till next time.